back to Decor channel. Imagine walking into a dining room where everything feels calm, luminous, and timeless. No loud colors, no clutter, just a serene white and gold tablescape that whispers elegance. In today's video, we're creating a minimalist heirloom Easter table where antique accents meet modern simplicity. Think delicate porcelain, warm candlelight, and golden touches that catch the sunlight just right. If you've ever wondered how to make your Easter table feel both refined and meaningful without overwhelming your space, stay with me, because every detail we style today tells a story. Before we place a single plate, let's talk about the concept behind this look. Minimalist heirloom style is about blending restraint with history. Instead of filling the table with decorations, we focus on a few beautiful pieces, items that feel like they've been passed down through generations. Antique silver, vintage plates, or an old linen napkin suddenly become the star. The magic happens when these heirloom-inspired pieces are paired with clean white elements and subtle gold highlights, creating a look that feels intentional, calming, and deeply personal. Every stunning tablescape begins with a strong foundation, and for this Easter setting, that foundation is white. A crisp linen tablecloth or textured cotton runner instantly creates a soft, light-filled canvas. White reflects natural light beautifully, giving the entire table an airy glow. But here's the secret: not all whites are the same. Mixing ivory, cream, and pure white adds depth without adding color. As the base comes together, you'll start to see how this simple palette transforms the table into something quietly breathtaking. Now comes the detail that elevates everything: gold accents. But in a minimalist setting, gold isn't loud or flashy, it's subtle and refined. Think brushed gold flatware, a delicate gold-rimmed plate, or thin metallic candle holders catching the light. These touches add warmth and sophistication without overpowering the calm palette. When placed against the white layers of the table, each golden element becomes a small moment of brilliance that quietly draws the eye. Here's where the heirloom feeling truly comes alive. Antique or vintage tableware instantly adds character that brand new pieces simply can't replicate. A slightly faded floral china plate, a delicate teacup, or a softly tarnished silver spoon brings a sense of history to the table. These pieces don't have to match perfectly. In fact, a little variation makes the setting feel curated and authentic. As we place each antique element, it's almost like the table begins to tell stories from past Easter gatherings. One of the easiest ways to make your table feel styled by a professional is through thoughtful plate layering. Start with a simple white charger, add a vintage dinner plate, and finish with a smaller salad or dessert plate with a gold rim. Suddenly, the table has dimension and visual interest. The layers create an elegant stage for the meal while maintaining the calm minimalist palette. And once the plates are stacked, you'll notice the table starting to feel truly complete. Next, let's add linen napkins, one of the most underrated details in table styling. Choose soft neutral tones like ivory, oat, or pale cream. Instead of complicated folds, try a relaxed knot or a gentle drape across the plate. For a special Easter touch, slide the napkin through a vintage ring or tie it with a thin gold ribbon. This small gesture instantly transforms the table from everyday dining into something that feels thoughtful and celebratory. Minimalist tablescapes shine when the centerpiece is light and breathable. Instead of a large floral arrangement, consider a few delicate stems, white tulips, ranunculus, or even blooming branches placed in antique glass bottles or small ceramic vases. Space them loosely down the table so guests can easily see one another. The result is effortless elegance. It feels organic, almost like spring gently wandered into the room and decided to stay for Easter dinner. Lighting plays a powerful role in creating mood. Tall ivory taper candles placed in antique brass or gold candle holders bring warmth and romance to the table. As evening approaches, the candlelight reflects softly off the gold accents and glassware, creating a glow that feels intimate and peaceful. This is the moment when the entire tablescape shifts from beautiful to magical, and your guests won't be able to stop admiring the atmosphere. Because this is an Easter table, we'll add seasonal touches, but in the most subtle way possible. A small porcelain bunny beside each place setting, a speckled egg resting on the napkin, or a tiny nest placed along the runner adds charm without overwhelming the design. These details feel playful yet elegant. They hint at Easter traditions while keeping the minimalist aesthetic intact, creating a table that feels festive but still serene. Clear glassware is another secret to keeping the table light and sophisticated. Vintage crystal goblets or simple stemmed glasses catch the candlelight and reflect it beautifully across the table. If you can find glassware with delicate etched patterns or soft gold rims, even better. The sparkle of glass against the soft whites and golds creates a layered visual texture that makes the entire tablescape feel luminous. What truly makes a tablescape unforgettable isn't perfection, it's personality. Maybe it's your grandmother's serving platter, an antique spoon collection, or handmade place cards tied with gold thread. These small personal details turn a styled table into a meaningful one. When guests sit down, they're not just seeing decor, they're experiencing a story, a memory, and the warmth of a thoughtfully prepared Easter gathering. And there it is, a minimalist heirloom Easter tablescape that feels calm, elegant, and deeply inviting. By combining soft whites, gentle gold accents, and meaningful antique pieces, we've created a table that celebrates both simplicity and tradition. The beauty of this style is that it never feels trendy or temporary, it feels timeless. So as you prepare for your own Easter celebration, remember, sometimes the most stunning table is the one that whispers rather than shouts, and invites everyone to slow down and savor the moment.